Yo, what's up? It's a little something for up and coming producers that just started and just feel overwhelmed with all the music shit and all the computer shit. Like if you're fairly new, a year maybe. If you're more than that, you might be a little bit more seasoned than some of these other dudes. But for me, when I started, it was hard because you had to learn. Now I know nothing about computers. I knew nothing. I knew music, but I didn't know music and how you put it into the DAW and shit. Like I didn't know a piano roll. Like these simple things that seem simple to you when you learn them are very hard before you get to learn the process of getting into your workflow and creating beats. So what happened with me was I was making beats, I'm gonna say for about maybe almost 2 years. I'm gonna say it had to be close to 2 years. And I came across this producer, J. Sewell. I was following him for a while. He started this mentorship program. And for people like, who, I don't know if it's about the money, whatever it is, like, if you really want to get better, you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta buy good VSTs. If you're using shit like stock things, FL got a lot better stock plugins, I would say, than Logic does. So I would definitely steer towards FL. Logic is more beginner friendly because everything's on one page, and it's not like you got to flip from the channel rack to the mixer to this. You got those 5, icons on top. Logic, everything, your channel rack's on the left. Everything, the playlist is where you create your piano, like the piano roll, the playlist, everything's on the same page. So it's not all this bullshit where, jumping back and forth, because FL can seem very overwhelming, but it's so basic and it fucking smacks so much harder than Logic. So I don't know what you gotta do in Logic to make your shit just get a boost knob, maybe. I don't know, to Logic out there, Apple, step your game up, and FL's kicking your ass. So I'm gonna show you what some of my beats sounded like before I met this dude and what I'm doing now. So I went in a 3-month class. We did it like every Thursday or Friday for about an hour or so. Coolest dude in the world, man. I mean, if you can't get along with this guy, there's other people too. There's J Cactus, there's steppers. I always call them steppers. I want to get that right. But he's another guy that's fucking amazing. He's another mentor. So depending what you're looking for. Why I picked J. Sewell, I'm gonna break it down like this. J. Cactus to J. Sewell. J. Cactus is another amazing producer that if you might want to take his course. I was on his Creators Club. I was actually about to take his course, but J. Cactus to me is like Snoop Dogg. He's fucking amazing. But he's more mellow. He's more slick and stuff like that. Like he's very intricate with shit he does. J. Sewell, on the other hand, is like Tupac. His shit is loud, banging in your face, yuck facing you, right? That's Yuck Face Fontana. If there's in the dictionary Yuck Face Fontana, J. Sewell's picture will be there. So Sewell is like Alice in Chains to me. That's how I see him to the rest of them. Even though J. Cactus is like a much bigger producer and all that, but Sewell definitely is the Alice in Chains of the bunch, man. But it's something just so different the way his shit hits. So, but it's your preference. That's why I'm not downing the other dudes. But anyway, let's get into some chords. I'm gonna show you like just basic chords. This is just for beginners, man. That's Sensei J, man. I love this guy. If it wasn't for him, I'm not saying I'm a great producer or anything, but what you'll hear from what I show you to what I'm doing now, and it was just in a short period of time, man. I mean, all of a sudden when you know what you're doing, everything changes. Like, I didn't know in Logic, I first started out on Logic, I was loading all my 808s wrong. I was loading them into the sampler, and I wasn't pitching it to C. I just thought you dropped it in and that was it. Like, I didn't know. See, these are things you won't know if somebody doesn't tell you. Like, you just can't know something if you don't know it. That was my reason for going to him. This guy just mean, there was no words to thank this dude, no matter who it is. I'm not saying you got to go with Sewell, right? But it could be Cactus, it could be Steppers, it could be, I know there's another dude out there doing it too. He had a mentorship. But, all right. So this is just my personal advice. If you're up and coming, this is just for new producers. Watching tutorials can only go so far. Like, if you don't have somebody to tell you to do it right, it's hard with tutorials because you only get 10, 15 minutes. The attention span. Nobody wants to watch a tutorial for, an hour. And the brain just, with the scrolling and shit, your brain just wants that next shot, like a dope hit, man, like injecting. Your brain just wants that next hit of dopamine as you scroll. So, man, like, I just love making music, and I just want to help other people that love making music to keep love making music, and not to shun the AI and shit, but if you're, these producers are making it so easy today, then this is great for up and coming producers. You buy a loop pack, you could just throw all these things in, you're ready to go. So my advice would be, one, don't make the same mistake I did, because I got like 400 beats. I mean, I could go back and fix them, but they garbage too, because less is more in this game, man. If you're gonna add 808s, you could add 4 808s, but you can't have them pinging 30 notes off each other. If there's no room for this guy to rap, you're not getting a placement. To be honest with you, I'm not saying I'm even at that level, but if you are searching for placements, and I think everybody deep down wants to hear somebody on their beat. So less is more. Trust me when I say that. Less is more. Just watch Slippery Haze, watch Steppers, watch Jay Sewell. Jay Cactus, he does a lot of shit. Like, but it works. Like, if you look at his piano roll compared to Jay Sewell's piano roll, excuse me, Jay Cactus got so much shit going on, but it makes sense because, the guy's a fucking genius, bro. How I would start over again if I had to, like just back from the beginning, I would have maybe took like a course a lot earlier. You know what I mean? Like, not already been in the game for 2 years. A lot of these guys didn't have their mentorships out. I think Cactus, he had his was up and coming. Once Jay Sewell put his out, I had to jump on Sensei J, man. He's simplicity is a must. Basic rules, man. Don't overthink. Try to know, what genre you want to do. A lot of times I go in blind, but by the time I get to like the second chord or something, or like, I'm putting in that second instrument, I pretty much have a direction if I'm going to go for like old school drill or trap. Have like your 3 favorite genres. Don't be set to one genre, like, and just do drill, 2016, 2020 drill. If you really listen to these guys' songs, I'm going to give you a perfect example. I watched this guy make this beat on fucking YouTube, man. Like, I watched the tutorial he made, Jay Sewell. It got picked up by Dope Boy and Roos Millions, man. And he made this beat in 10 minutes. You know what he used? One sound that he got for free off of YouTube. One sound, he laid it with another sound just to give it a little bit of flair. And and then when I asked him about the beat, he said he thinks he added too much. There's nothing going on in there, man. So listen to that beat, man. Listen to I Show Speed. I Show Speed, man. That's the simplest formula for a beat. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you a beat I made when I didn't know what I was doing. Going back and really listening to these, they're fucking horrendous, man. Now, I'm going to show you a beat I did the other day. is, like with other things, is like, you know, if you're gonna doubt yourself a little bit, don't when you're just starting out, because you're just starting, you're learning new shit, and like anything else, anything is hard. If you just pick up a guitar tomorrow and you want to play like a Metallica song, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to practice a little while, practice. And if you love something so much, you'll practice enough to where you're gonna get these things. Like, you know, you're gonna practice hard enough. Even if you work a job and you gotta do it after work or on the weekends, like, you know, doing an hour a day, you could do it 2 hours a day. Me, I'm an addict. So when I first started, and still today, I just did a week, man. I say 14 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day. I wake up in the morning, I come in here, and I just start doing shit. So it's also very hard to put yourself in the chair every day, because there's only 12 notes. You know, you want to keep shit sounding not the same. You want to keep shit fresh. That's why I say try not to stay with one type genre. Like if you want to do 2016, 2020 drill, don't just stay locked into that. Try to do hood trap. Try to do jerk drill. Try to do hip hop. Try just different things. You don't have to master these things, but it'll just make that other style that you're doing improve so much better. But I mainly started for the Pop Smoke drill, because that's when I heard those 808s gliding. I never heard that before. So when I heard Pop Smoke, and then I started listening to the simplicity, seeing like, wow, this guy. Oh, let me show you some things now. I just want to show you some things, some dyads, some triads, some minor seventh and minor ninth chords, if you like jazzy stuff, shit like that, how simple they are to do. You don't need no music theory. All you need to know, what I'm going to tell you, this is so simple. So you got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, okay? You got that C scale right there. In the C scale, you got the C, D, E, F, G, right? So what you want to do is, you want to take that C, you want to take that E, I'm not pointing that at you, and you want to take that G chord. So you got a C, E, and G. That's a 1, 3, 5 progression. I'm going to say it again. 1, 3, 5 progression. What that means is you're taking the root note, which is the 1. You're taking the third, which is the E. You're taking the fifth, which is the G. That is a 1, 3, 5 chord. Now, it works for every scale. So if you start on G, you go G, A, B, C, D. G, B, and D. That's your 1, 3, 5. That's your G chord. So let me show you these little tricks, like, not tricks, just, you know, how to put these chords together really quick, and how fast you could come up with progressions, and simplistically it's done. And also, just one more thing about like the beginning producers. Like every producer goes through dry spells. If they say no, they're lying. Like, you know, yesterday I was collabing with this kid, and I did 4. It took me 4 melodies to finally hit the right one. Like I tried something different, but I was in here for, like I said, a good 10 hours doing, just frustrated, man. But it happens to everybody. Don't think you're alone, because it happens. When, you know, you can make beats every day. It don't mean they're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to keep producing great song after great song when you're doing it every single day. It's gonna start to sound the same. You gotta try to steer from that, using different things, trying different techniques, whether it be pitch shifting, reversing, time stretching. Like, these are all, everything sounds so overwhelming. Like, I remember when I would see somebody time stretch or do something, and I would be like, I gotta go through all these steps to do it. My stomach, I would get a knot, but I would go, and like I remember before I go to sleep, I'd be staring at the ceiling. And I would say, I gotta do this. Like, there's no way I cannot not do this. I said, it's simple. Like, just do it. FL Studio. Fred, come here. Where you going? If you take this C, and then you just come up here, that's an octave. This dyads, just two notes, right? So now if you come here, right, say if you're on the C, and then you raise up 1, 2, 3, now you would have the C sharp minor. chord. Let's take that away. And that's just your 1, 3, 5. Using that, what I said. All you do is you do the C sharp, D, E, F, G sharp, 5. 1, 1, 3, 5. Now, to make it a little bit, bring that up an octave. Just highlight this, shift up arrow, and that's it. And now if you want to add to it, make it a little jazzy, you add that B. 1. Don't count 1 down here. Count 1, 2, 3. If you're here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 5, 6, 7. Now you can bring this one down. Copy it over. Move this one up 5. That's pretty much it, man. All you do is count. You count. It's that simple. Just count up. Vice for whatever other chord you want to make it. You just move it up to that note, and now you have an E chord. Now you have an F, an F sharp, and it just keep going. That simple, man. Let's do an A though. Right there. Do another power chord. So that's basically it, man. That's doing a couple of jazz chords, a C minor chord, and doing power chords. That simple. Hope this shit helped you out. I'm out of here.